What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now 232 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Only time will tell. But as I've said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. But with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 70% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this. Who is your all-time favorite DM anime character? Let me know down in the comments below. And speaking of DM, today's video, we actually have some brand new Flame Swordsman support that will be in Supreme Darkness. And if I'm going to be completely honest here, I never would have expected Flame Swordsman to get any support whatsoever. Because I know that we got, what was it, Blue Flame Swordsman in Joey's World. And trying to think. I know that Joey did get some new support in Legendary Duelist, and then just like a bunch of like new like Red Eyes cards from that set. But as far as like Flame Swordsman goes, I don't know. I never would have expected it, but it's this will be interesting to say the very least. So there are only 2 cards to talk about in this video, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to get straight into it. Kicking things off, we've got Metal Flame Swordsman, which is a 6-star fire machine with 2,500 attack, 1,600 defense. And it says that it cannot be normal summon or set, and that it must be special summon first with Max Metalmorph that was activated by tributing a level 5 or higher warrior monster. And the first effect is a once per turn that reads, you can reveal this card in your hand, add a card that mentions Max Metalmorph from your deck to your hand, except this card, and if you do, shuffle this card into the deck. Second effect reads, each time your opponent activates a card or effect, this card gains 300 attack, and if it does, inflict 500 damage to them. So this is basically Spell and Trap Rhoda in a weird way, just by excuse me. Excuse me. Just by revealing this card in your hand and shuffling it back into the deck, which is not bad, and not only that, with these types of decks, if you're playing a card like say Jinzo or something, you could literally overlay this card plus Jinzo into a rank 6, which could be, I think, like what, maybe Beatrice, and maybe number 24, Dragulus the Vampiric Dragon, or something like that. I mean, those are some pretty cool options. You can even also go into oh, what's that one card? Jinzo Layered, I think. So it's not bad. And also too, every time, and also too, this acts as sort of like a mini disruption, if you will, or sorry, a floodgate where anytime your opponent activates a card or effect, this card gains 300 attack, and you get to inflict 500 points of damage to them. So it basically acts as a much more, I wouldn't say a much more cheaper version of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, but a much more, I guess a much more different version of Flare Metal. So it's actually not that bad. But now for the last card, is known as Flame Metalmorph. Which is a normal trap that has an effect, which is a once per turn, that reads: tribute one face-up monster that mentions Max Metalmorph, special summon one monster from your deck that cannot be normal summoned or set, and mentions Max Metalmorph, ignoring any summoning condition. Then you can equip this card to it as an equip card with this effect. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send this card to the grave instead. So, Max Metalmorph, I think I talked about that card in a previous video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I talked about it in a previous video. Yep, I was right. In Rage of the Abyss was actually the set that it came in, and I already mentioned the card when I talked about the set over time, but for those who forgot about Max Metalmorph, it's a normal trap that says tribute a face-up monster, special summon a monster that cannot be normal summoned or said, that mentions Max Metalmorph from your hand, deck, or grave. Then you could equip this card to it with the following effect: the equipped monster gains 400 attack and defense, and it cannot be destroyed by spell or monster effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with monster effects or spells or effects. You can only activate one Max Metalmorph per turn. So this is a really cool way to just ensure that with this card being equipped to any monster that mentions Max Metalmorph, can't be targeted or destroyed by pretty much just about any card effect whatsoever. And the only way that it can be targeted and destroyed is if you popped Max Metalmorph, which is pretty crazy. So you could theoretically summon, you could summon out Flame Swordsman, and then activate Max Metalmorph. Activate Max Metalmorph, special summon Metal Flame Swordsman, equip Max Metalmorph to Metal Flame, and then activate Monster Reborn to bring back Flame Swordsman. Activate activate Flame Metal Morph, and then summon out another Metal Flame Swordsman, and you basically get to deal. And you basically get to deal 1,000 damage to your opponent each turn, which puts your opponent on a potential clock, which is pretty insane. However, think about this: if your opponent has, if you have 3 copies on board, you're basically going to be dealing them 1,500 damage each, every time, and so this basically puts them on a potential one turn clock. So if they attempt to do anything at all, they just lose. So you have yourself quite the board. But also think about this. 3 copies of Metal Flame Swordsman, plus 3 copies of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. That's 3,000 damage you are dealing to your opponent, and it basically forces them to literally activate Harpy's Feather Duster to try and wipe out the back row, or find some way to pop all the monsters on the board. Is it possible? Yeah. But the moment you do anything, you end up losing. So honestly, that's actually not bad. I might have to try this out when these cards get released on Master Duel. I'm gonna have to try it out, because honestly, that's pretty sick. I mean, having 3 copies of both Metal Flame Swordsman plus Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon on board, that's actually pretty sick. But I will say, I think the deck is definitely going to be more of an anti-meta strategy, I guess, if you will, because I feel like as if it were to be a complete meta strat, you would literally have to run just about everything under the sun. Hand traps, floodgates, board pops, literally everything. Where as opposed to anti-meta decks, you could literally just run stall cards and maybe a couple of burn cards and whatnot, and the deck would just still be pretty versatile. But we will have to wait and see. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.